Today I'd like to talk about harmony through conflict. Okay? Some of the worst things that have happened in your life led to the greatest rewards of wisdom. And I know sometimes this is not always true. Sometimes you're like, no, I could have done better without that horrible thing happening to me. Please, if I could have avoided that, I would avoid it. But I would say to you that because of this overwhelming conflict, because of this overwhelming bunch of pain, I mean, you could look at pain of any kind as conflict, really. It doesn't feel harmonious when you're in pain, but there is a lesson in it. You always are different after that experience happens. And I'm not even saying that you learn something here. Sometimes it's nothing to do with learning there. It's more about an evolution of energy. Like something has become one with you and you are forever changed or transformed in some way. Sometimes this happens through the ferocity of life, the passionate ferocity that says, hey, I'm beyond rules. There's nothing that can bind me, See, we like to live in this simple little society with our nice little groomed houses and the lawns and we're so detached from nature in so many areas of the world. And we say, hey, I live in my box and I pay my bills and I have this structure on the internet. I understand what the paperwork is of life. This is what life is. And then of course a hurricane comes by and totally wipes it all out. And then you say, oh, I guess I was wrong, right? There are forces that are always in authority. It's just that we start to think that we're in authority and then we start to, deify the rules of our society and then we get stuck and trapped in them, okay? So conflict sometimes will come in and destroy what you think is the truth. So that way the truth can be apparent to you, right? And the tragic thing that we have going on in our society now is that we have this, the beautiful thing is we have this enabling of people to be themselves and to express and to not be bullied and to be protected and all this sort of thing. But there is the opposite that happens too, where sometimes there is an enabling of abusive type behavior. It's just not happening in, say, a physical way, but then it's happening through words, right? You see this all the time on the internet. I mean, if you check out the latest YouTube video by many people, you'll see a number of comments down below that are so grating and so harsh and so unbelievably rude that you're like, wow, how can these human beings speak like this? Right? So I would say that a number of those people that are making those comments have not been face to face with the law of cause and effect yet, conflict, okay? They have not actually had a conflict where they learn that, oh, this is the repercussion of treating another human this way. And then, oh, okay, that now I learned my lesson. Now I learned how to have a greater harmony in my life or greater happiness. So I'd say many people that just spew out violence or spew out these types of behaviors where they just abuse people for the sake of it,
I just wanted to elaborate on what I said there. And I'm speaking about people that act out of suffering and punish everyone around them with their suffering. So they're basically perpetuating their suffering in a cycle.
They have not learned the law of cause and effect because we have a society that has a tendency to say, oh no, just say whatever you wish and express whatever you want and do whatever you wish because we accept everyone the way they are, right? But really all you're doing is that, as a society, all we're doing is we're enabling a person to continue a behavior that will at some point lead to devastation. Because if you continue to just do things randomly with no consequence, at some point there will be a consequence. It's just that you're not aware of the consequence, you see? It's kind of like those parents that have children and they let the children do whatever they want. Don't worry, run out in the street, don't worry, play everywhere, don't worry, don't listen to me. And then one day, the kid grows up and realizes, wow, I'm out in the real world now and I did whatever I wanted with that grizzly bear at the zoo and the grizzly bear didn't like it very much. So the law of cause and effect and conflict, the conflict can help you learn the law of cause and effect in a much faster rate, you see? I'm not saying there's anything right or wrong about the conflict. I'm just saying that you're learning cause and effect. Oh, okay, I had this interaction, this is what happened. This interaction with that, this is what happened, And that can be a very powerful wisdom grower. You can really grow a lot of wisdom that way, rather than just avoiding everything, avoiding engaging in anything. And one day you wake up and you've had this nice buffer and then conflict comes out to seek you because that's the gift from the divine, right? You see, sometimes it's the little conflicts in your life that help you avoid the really big ones. The ones that there is no coming back from. You know, sometimes getting a traffic ticket or having a small car accident will teach you, oh, when I move the steering wheel this way or that way, or if I, was speeding this fast or driving in the snow too fast, I have a little accident, okay? But it could be much worse, So the little accident could be seen as a conflict. But see, that conflict taught you something. You know now how to adjust based on finding more freedom and harmony in your life. And we also see this with human beings. You may have a relationship with somebody and you may be having a conflict with them. And in that moment, you'll realize, oh, well, maybe what I'm doing is creating the conflict, or maybe I'm trying to be in the wrong relationship. I'm not here to say which one that is. That's for you to figure out. But the conflict itself is bringing your awareness to something. When you're having the conflict, you're actually looking, you're like, okay, well, this is happening. What's the cause of this? What's happening? And you become aware of it, but it's the conflict that is the start of the awareness. You see, so that's why when people keep avoiding all the small little conflicts in their life, they're actually avoiding their own spiritual development. They're avoiding what you came here to do and engage in life. So spirituality isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about learning from it and applying your awareness and learning the laws of cause and effect and knowing who you are amongst all of it. So I hope this helps you a little bit along your spiritual journey, and I'll talk to you soon.